Hey, it's Wei from the Six Figure Academy, and welcome to another week of Happy Snack at Noon. If this is your first time joining us, this is the weekly live Happy Snack where we give you little bits and pieces of strategies. This week is really fun. I'm really excited because I did a little planning for it and can't wait to share what's going on. But the Six Figure Academy, this is where we help you increase your money flow, optimize your mindset, but more importantly, create life mastery, especially around happiness. And today's topic, today's happy snack is learning how or understanding how money can be used for happiness. Now, we learn through our culture and society that money can't buy happiness and this and that. And to a certain degree, that is true. But through the years of my work with people with their bad money stories and money anxiety, I have found that money can indeed be used for happiness. And the reason why it can't be is because something that goes on within our minds. Because the way to use money to help facilitate more happiness in your life is to first and foremost to stop using money for your unhappiness. Now, you might say, well, wait, how am I using money for unhappiness? I mean, this is why I go to work every single day. If I'm using money for my unhappiness, why should I be making money or why should I be bringing money into my life? Well, like I said, a lot of this stuff is very unconscious. And so before I dive into helping you understand how to use money for your happiness, I created a little thing here that I keep looking at the screen. I can't wait to share with you to kind of in a graphical way show you exactly first and foremost how many of us, including you, are using money to facilitate unhappiness. Because you have to understand why that happens first before you can precisely focus on something to switch or flip the script to be happier. Okay, so if this is something that interests you, then you want to stay on and watch this video in terms of how money and happiness are correlated into one. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the screen. Okay, now, cool. Now, this is my little playground right here. And what I want to do is first and foremost, let me not do that. Let me do this, change it to blue. I want to draw a line to represent the unconscious mind. There are no layers selected. Okay, right here. I'm going to draw this line. Okay. What's happening? All right. Okay, everything below this line is what's happening on an unconscious level. Just as a reminder, the unconscious mind is responsible for our emotions, our state of existence, our well-being, if you will, okay? So everything that puts us in a particular state of happiness or unhappiness is primarily driven by programs and beliefs in our unconscious mind. Now, here's the problem. We have to look at what is percolating underneath on a deep unconscious level, beliefs about self, because ultimately what you're going to be using, the reason why you use money for unhappiness is you're using money as a tool to facilitate and feed a lot of these beliefs we learned growing up, okay? One of them is this one, who am I? And this is based on beliefs and systems that I've helped a lot of students and clients eliminate and rewrite and flip the script on, okay? Who am I to want or desire fill in the blanks, okay? And I'm going to explain why it's important to understand this part first, okay? How about this one? I'm not smart enough, okay? Or I don't deserve it, or I don't deserve to fill in the blank, okay? How about this one? I'm not good enough. This is a very popular one, okay? I'm flawed or I'm broken, okay? And this is something that can be nurtured in. How about this one? I'm not lovable, all right? Here's another one is like, I'm not pretty or good looking enough. Believe it or not, a lot of people use money or spend money to feed this particular belief. I'm going to show you how that all works, okay? How about I'm a bad person? Okay, believe it or not, there was something that I've had students and clients that deep down inside, they believed due to the mistakes they made in their life, me included, that they were a bad person, okay? So these are just an example of some of the beliefs that are just constantly floating around. And if you learn about what happens on an unconscious level when we have beliefs and programs, is that when there's a belief and program programmed into our unconscious mind, we spend our entire lives looking for evidence to maintain the existence of these beliefs. So here's what happens, okay? We have money flow. Okay, so what happens is you're creating money flowing to your life, okay, what we often like to call making money, but it's not really making money. I don't even get into that right now, okay? Then what happens is after the money flows into your life, then we use that money on something as a tool. We make decisions on how the money is to be used in our lives by buying things, spending on things, or whatever the case may be. As a result of the decision you make using money in your life, a sequence of events after that money is used is based on those decisions made. In other words, you spend money in a certain way that then leads to what? You being in debt, you failing in business, or whatever the case may be. But money is a facilitator in that decision-making process. When the result is achieved, like a certain state of existence is achieved, like you're bankrupt or you're in debt or you have made a bad decision and you spent money on things or you're buying things that you shouldn't be buying, whatever the case may be, and it leads to this whole point where it is uncomfortable, undesirable, what it's actually doing is it's activating one of these belief systems down here, which ultimately, instead of going to this direction, it leads to this direction. Okay? Money flows into here. Decision is made on how the money is used. A sequence of events follows that after you spend that money. Okay, it's like it triggers a sequence of events, which ultimately leads to a situation that then justifies the existence of these learned programs and beliefs inside your mind, which ultimately leads to unhappiness. Now, the sad thing about this is that a lot of us don't realize that, and they think that the solution is to go make more money, or worse, they blame money as the reason why life is miserable, and ultimately they basically stop making money altogether, which then continues to make life even miserable because they start defeating a belief like, I don't deserve to make money, or whatever the case may be. So this is why it's so important to understand how you're using money to potentially feed a belief system which leads you to be unhappy. So the reason that unhappiness ensued is not because of money, because money, like everything else in our lives, is simply a tool which allows you to activate a sequence of events leading to a result that then justifies a program or a belief deep on the unconscious level. So now the question is, well, wait, how do I stop that? Okay, give me that happy snack that will help me flip the script so that I can have a better idea on how I can use money to create happiness in my life. And money, and not just money, but money as one of the many tools that you can use to create happiness in your life. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's go back to the screen here. Okay, so now we understand this flow now. Okay. And so what we want to do is the focus then now is to, instead of focusing on making more money or increasing money flow or making better decisions around money, let's focus on what really drives all of this, because it's these right here, these belief systems that drive us to do this sequence. This sequence is just like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat all your life, because these beliefs and programs are doing the best they can to stay alive. So, what do? The focus then is to shift these beliefs. Once these beliefs are shifted, then it will influence the way money is made, the decisions that you make after you make the money or allow the money to flow into your life, thus impacting the sequence of events leading to a state to justify the new beliefs. And this is the work that we do to change the lives and up-level our students and clients' lives to whole new levels that they never thought possible, because everybody else focuses on this part right here because this part is just a little bit too hard or nebulous or challenging. So let's go through this one by one. What you want to do is you want to identify what programs and beliefs are running underneath, and then focus on flipping that script, eliminating that belief, and rewiring the system on an unconscious level to stop feeding it, so stop doing things in life to feed it. So for example, the I'm not good enough, okay, is actually a very popular one. So instead of I'm not good enough, let's get rid of that and replace that with I am good enough. Okay, now, easier said than done. It's simple. And the stories, and this is why we talk about bad money, so the stories driving to kind of entrench the previous belief of I'm not good enough needs to be addressed so that you can have a clear canvas to rewrite it and say, I'm good enough. Okay, let's look at a different one. I don't deserve it though. Okay, 2, I deserve it too. That's simple. And again, it's about getting to the root of all those, of how you even know to have that belief. Okay. How about this one? I'm not lovable. You got to change that to I'm lovable and I am loved. Okay. Again, these are real world examples of what we've actually done for students and clients. This is not theory. This is actually drawn from the years of our experience working with and helping our students and clients. Okay. Who am I to want and desire, right? And then we actually had somebody who became a millionaire as a result of getting rid of this belief. Who am I to want or desire? Because they were the most successful in generations of their family, and they kept sabotaging themselves and their happiness because they thought they didn't deserve it on some level. So we changed that to say, I deserve everything I want and desire. Okay. How about this one? I'm a bad person. Okay. I'm an amazing person. I'm not smart enough. 2, I'm brilliant and creative. Everybody is uniquely smart, intelligent, and amazing. Okay? You just can't be ignorant about it. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good looking enough. Okay? Believe it or not, people will do that. So what you want to shift that to is simply, I'm beautiful. Every human being, including you, is beautiful. Okay? I'm flawed or broken. That's a popular one. I'm perfectly human. Okay? So what we want to start to do is to shift the narrative, change the stories by getting to the root of how we know to have those beliefs and programs. When that happens, then all of a sudden, this starts to be impacted. Money flow actually increases. Decisions on the money are made that are different, and the sequence of events are different, so that ultimately it continues to feed this. So it's no longer about creating happiness. It will ultimately lead to happiness. And this is how money can create or help you, can be used for happiness. Interesting, right? I know it was a little bit long of a happy snack, but I really wanted to get to this because it came to me as like, God, I get a lot of these questions about the correlation between money and happiness, and we forget that money is simply a tool. And if we're not using money, we're using something else. So the beautiful thing about approaching your happiness in life and what it is that you want for success in this fashion, by getting to the root cause, to the core programs and beliefs, is that it will impact all the other tools you've been using to create those or to feed the beliefs that no longer serve you. Okay. Now there's obviously a lot more than that, but this is just kind of like a 60,000 foot view. But to help you kind of take this little snack, this little happy snack, to really think about, oh, you know what? That's actually what I am doing to either create my happiness or unhappiness in life. So hopefully you enjoyed that happy snack. If you have any comments or questions about what I shared today, by all means, comment in the comments below. Or if you have any ideas of any other happy snack ideas that I can do, then do that. If you liked this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you think somebody else can benefit from this, absolutely share it. And remember to subscribe and hit a notification bell so that you don't miss another happy snack that we do every single week. Other than that, I think that's it. And I will see you guys next week for another happy snack at noon.